Mr. Sanjay, I tend to wonder if this is what Rahul Gandhi wanted when he referred to foreign intervention a few weeks ago.
Well, let me tell you, this is absolute bunkum and balderdash. And let me debunk this entire notion right away. Give me just a couple of minutes and I will explain that to you. Number one, both these countries are part of the G20. You think they don't have their foreign affairs department? You think they don't know what's going on around the world? The Supreme Court of India yesterday has called Mr. Modi's government impotent, incapable and incompetent is what is called. You think the world is not hearing that? And let me point out to you that where is this an interference? I mean, today, by the way, if Mr. Modi's government believes this is foreign interference, what are they waiting for? Go take it up with the German government and go take it up with the US. Instead of sitting here and trying to make cheap political points. And most important of all, I'll give you an example. Mr. Modi called Barack Obama to become the chief guest at the Republic Day parade in 2015. Guess what Mr. Barack Obama said when he went back to the US? I'm going to quote him for you. And this is not foreign interference, right? Mahatma Gandhi would have been shocked at the acts of intolerance in the country once famous for its diversity. Joe Biden has criticized this government on the CAA and the NRC. Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the US, has questioned human rights violations in Kashmir. Anthony Blinken, the Secretary of State, has talked about religious freedom in India. And we are talking here about foreign interference. Well, if these are cases of foreign interference, I never heard Mr. Modi say anything to Barack Obama or to Anthony Blinken or to Kamala Harris or to Joe Biden. So this is nothing but cheap, crude politicking being done by the BJP, which has no answers to the one question that Rahul Gandhi and the opposition is asking. Ye Adani ji aur Modi ji ka rishta kya hai?
May I? Okay, Sanjay, you've got your chance to give your opening comments. Sanju Verma, your response. Is this more telling of the Modi government's diplomacy than really about whether the Congress is supporting it or not?
Akshita, since Sanjay spoke at length about Barack Obama, I will just, for the benefit of your viewers, quote from Barack Obama's famous book, his memoir actually, titled A Promised Land, where this is what Barack Obama has to say about Rahul Gandhi, and I'm quoting Barack Obama ad verbatim, without adding any masala. He says about Rahul Gandhi has a nervous, unformed quality about him. Rahul Gandhi is like a student eager to impress the teacher, but lacking aptitude and passion to master the subject. So Rahul Gandhi has been actually robbed of whatever little credibility he had by none other than Barack Obama, who Sanjay Jha was quick to quote from. Now I will just give you one example. Sanjay Jha quoted Anthony Blinken, Kamala Harris, blah, blah, blah. So now it is only fit that I remind the Congress that be it UK MP Bob Blackman, be it UK MP Karan Bilimoria, be it UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, be it the head of IMF, one of the most respected ladies in the financial arena, Kristalina Georgieva, be it the chief of World Bank, David Malpass, be it the head of Bridgewater Associates, a man called Ray Dalio, and respected as the world's best investor after Warren Buffett, or for that matter, be it the head of McKinsey, Mr. Bob Sternfels. You know what all these people have said in the last 12 to 15 months? They have said one thing. Each one of them has said that if there is one thing you need to learn from Narendra Modi and India's leadership during the worst pandemic in 102 years, that is Corona, it is how to manage a crisis and reach out to the world.
We've got your point, Sanju Verma. We've got your point, but we'll go back and forth if we start quoting what each world leader has said about India during Congress, during BJP. My question to you, Sanjay Jha, is what gives the right...
Let me finish.
No, I let you... I gave you the equal amount of time. Sanjay Verma, I knew you were going to count the minutes, so I counted the minutes myself. 1 second. I'll come back to you. Sanjay Jha, who gives Germany, United States the right to question our democracy, to question our judiciary? And is that something that really should be welcomed by any party? Why should you have a Digvijay Singh saying thank you to Germany for questioning our democratic principles and our judiciary?
Well, the simple answer, this is the way international diplomacy works. Don't we in India comment on what's happening in Russia and Ukraine? Don't we comment on what happens in Pakistan or Bangladesh? I mean, this is diplomacy. These are G20 countries. India is, by the way, hosting this. We call ourselves a mother of democracy. The world is watching the murder of democracy. Have you seen the number of write-ups being done by all the international media, which is talking about the horrendous authoritarianism of this government? This government is repressive. I have quoted to you the Supreme Court that tells you that this government is impotent. Can anybody from the BJP challenge that? They can't. Because this government looks away from governance. It is playing crude communal politics. It is throttling the opposition. We know the state of the CBI and the ED, and we know how even the press in this country is hardly independent.
No, but so when we talk about the conviction of Rahul Gandhi, Sanjay Jha, when you talk about the conviction of Rahul Gandhi and the subsequent disqualification, it is an internal matter of the country.
Well, let me tell you something. Can I tell you something here? Worldwide, people engage not just with the government in power, they actually are very keen to find out what's happening with the opposition. By the way, when leaders come from abroad, they meet leaders of the opposition. You think people are not worried?
No, now I need to rebut, please.
I'll give you a chance. I'll give you a chance.
Just a minute. Where is the foreign interference? You think the German government doesn't have its own independent foreign affairs?
No,
and by the way, why doesn't the BJP fund?
Okay, Sanjay, you made your point. Sanju Verma, go ahead.
Don't make cheap points and
yeah, let me come in now, and you've engaged in a rather lengthy monologue. Now let me have my say. Akshita, I just want to say one thing to you. Congress has a very convenient memory, or rather should I say they suffer from selective amnesia. Sanjay Jha today has quoted the Supreme Court at least half a dozen times in the last 10 odd minutes. This is the same Congress party when in June 2022, last year, in a historic verdict, the Supreme Court gave an unconditional clean chit to Narendra Modi, saying that there was no criminal conspiracy by Narendra Modi in the 2002 Gujarat riots. What did you see after 24 hours? After 24 hours, the head of Congress Party's communication cell, Mr. Jairam Ramesh, along with senior leaders like Ajay Makan, held a rally at Jantar Mantar, standing in support and solidarity with the likes of a much tainted Teesta Setalwad and undermining the Supreme Court verdict. So Sanjay Jha and the Rahul Gandhi acolytes who keep undermining the independence of our judiciary at their own whims and fancy do not need to give a lesson on political propriety to the BJP. If you really want to fight it out electorally, then just tell me one thing. When Narendra Modi was hounded for 20 long years, did you see any BJP spokespersons or senior leaders, waving black flags and holding protests at Jantar Mantar? No. We fought it out legally because we believe in the independence of our judiciary. Again, Amit Shah was indicted in the Sohrabuddin fake encounter case which happened in 2005, and he was given a clean chit in 2014 by the CBI court. But your Congress confidant of Sonia Gandhi, Harsh Mandar, went to the Supreme Court in 2016. Supreme Court upheld the CBI court's verdict and gave a clean chit to Amit Shah, and yet you derided the Supreme Court and you stop at nothing to mock Amit Shah in every debate. Okay. So you are the last person who should be giving me a bhashan on political propriety. Apne girban mein jhank kar dekhiye. Do you have any credibility left to lecture the BJP? You are vanquished electorally. Your leader has been convicted. Your leader is disqualified. If he has the gumption, let him fight it out in court rather than whining and sulking on national television through his darbaris.